Hello everybody, Logan here with another video. Today I have something really cool to show you. This is the last of my Morris costumes and animatronics. Previously we reviewed Carnival Barker and Tricycle Clown, which are chilling literally right over there. Ooh, camera. Did not like looking at those. So this is the final one. This is the Mangey rat, also by Seasonal Visions. And I did not tuck in his shirt. He's got a little shirt here. I kind of thought this would be one piece. It was not. We'll get into that a little later. So this is probably my favorite out of the three because it's like the most unique character. So they basically did this big, I say big, he's like 5 feet tall, humanoid mutant rat that's got some mange going on here. I think it's really cool. The look of it's really neat. I like just kind of how nasty and gnarly it is. When I saw this at the expo initially, right, I was curious. I was interested. I was like, what is this gonna do? And I saw the video and I was like, okay, work. Interesting. Heard the audio. And I actually liked it. I liked it more. I like the kind of goofy sci-fi music that it plays. There's actually somehow more endearing to it because it's kind of makes it a little more fun than like the little squeaky chattering it does with the squawks. I've heard a couple people talk about how they don't like the squawks. They think it's weird. They don't understand it. I'm actually going to defend that because I usually don't like audio like that. I have 4 pet rats, and they do squawk like that. Not to like that extent, but they do squawk. At least mine do. I mean, mine are little weirdos, but they do squawk. Now, mine don't chatter like this guy does, little squeaky chatter, but I can kind of excuse that because it's a rat. It's like a stereotypical rat character. Now, I mentioned in my last video that, I kind of teased this guy early on because I actually did a photo shoot with my 2 oldest rats. I'll actually have them posted on my, I don't know what you call it, my community post thing. Probably like 15 minutes after this goes live. So you see this first, and then you see my cute little ratties chilling on this guy's head. It was such a cute, they're so cute. Their names are Salt and Pepper, by the way. You have probably seen them in actually another Morris video where I show off some of the prototypes I got from Johnny Brock's. But yeah, so kind of a fun little thing. I knew I had to do a photo shoot with my rats when I got the Mangey rat. So, kind of, again, the cool thing about it is I did the little patches of fur. Now, out of the box, it was pretty flat, so I went and brushed it and teased it, made it look all kinds of wild. It's got patches of fur on its hands, on its big old feet, on its cute little face. And it's got this little cloth, like, shawl, and it's got patches on it as well. And then another really cool thing about this is it's got this long, posable tail coming out the back, which I thought was really neat. When I first saw this, I thought it had 2 tails. I think they had an extra, and they had it, like, kind of chilling with it. But this is the tail. You can pose it which way you want. I have it like this. The overall sculpting is really cool. I like the hands. I like how they're like humanoid, but they're almost like rat-like. The other thing I will debunk points for is I think it's the feet. The feet or the hands. They do not have either 5 toes or 5 fingers. I'm struggling to remember. So, but again, I guess they're trying to make it look kind of humanoid, but I thought I would actually mention that, about rats. I'm like a rat dad. The face is cool. I really like how they did the face. I like how they kind of went for the albino rat, but they kind of mixed in fur. There are actual rats like this, by the way, that have actual color. but still have the red eyes. I have two rats like that, where I think it was their dad was an albino rat, so they have those genes. So it's cool that they kind of did that. Though none of them have like this color hair, but it is cool that they kind of went that route. I don't really think this is creepy. I think this is more cute, but I'm obviously a very twisted, sick fuck. So you really can't trust me to think what's cute and what's not. These heads are coming out very, very well, but there was a little bit of like deformities going on with them. The ears are kind of getting a little messed up here and there, and the little snouts. See, it's crooked. It's got this big fold going up the whole head. I think it's just a little bit of excess latex. Kind of like Barker. I don't know how to fix this like Barker. I got Barker's neck fixed, by the way. If you want a video of me kind of talking about that, I will definitely do that. But don't know how to fix this just yet. Another thing I really appreciate about this, by the way, is the constant on mode. Let's talk about that. I don't really discuss things like that, but this one in particular, they improved the constant on mode so that the eyes don't turn off in intervals, which is really nice. So the eyes stay on during the kind of pause. I think it's because this doesn't really reset like most other props do. The arms don't reset back into place. They kind of stay in whatever pose they were in, which is kind of weird, but whatever. So I do like that they did that. I think just because this is not a super animated prop, it's very simple in the amount of movement it has. But it does have like a little bit of an audio cut, and then it goes back, but the eyes stay lit. Sometimes they'll flicker just a little bit, like split second, but yeah, it's kind of here and there. One thing I do have a complaint is at the end of the audio, the speaker pops. I think it's an audio issue more so than a speaker issue, because the audio comes out just fine, but the speaker will do kind of that, that. I'm hoping that I actually picked that up well. If it didn't, I'm sorry for ear raping you, but if it did, then you know what I'm talking about. So that's something to note. Another thing to note, at least about mine, is that the skirts don't really fit very well. Neither does the skirts are a little like bigger on the waist, and they're a little too short around the feet. We're kind of getting a little bit of a Morbid Enterprises syndrome, so I have to pull it forward. So it's short in the butt, long in the front. And then the actual shirt portion is a little too short, just barely covers everything. So we need to work on that a little bit. But it's kind of really the only major issue. No, it's not. You know what? No, I lied. Tail. Let's go back to the tail, because I do want to mention another issue I had. They have these like little tiny like burnt holes. Not super impressed with that whole ordeal, because I had to stretch mine out to get the tail to fit in, because the prongs go through the fabric and into the bracket piece on the hip loop. So was not very happy that was so like, it was a little hard to find at first because they just burnt the holes. So like they blended in because it looked like parts of the staining. And two, they were so small that I had to literally stretch them out. I don't know if anyone else had that problem, but that was just me. So I am really excited to display this guy too. I do kind of want to talk about that. So this guy is going to go in the carnival section. I made two special props to go with him specifically. If you have been following my channel for a while, you know I make props, right? So I made two. They're two clowns. They're the rat handlers, what I actually call them. Their names are Pork Chop and Slim. Pork Chop was a recycled Pan-Asian witch I got from Fox of the Dead. It was totally fried. Slim is a repurposed twitching clown. Does that ring a bell? Sure hope it does. So those are actually going to be the handlers for this guy. One of them is going to be holding a leash with an actual collar for this guy. Yeah, I'm going to go to an actual pet store and get a collar. No, I'm not joking. No, this is not satire. I'm dead fucking serious. And I'm going to try to get a collar, like a little tag for it as well, just for shits and giggles. And then the other one's going to be holding like a severed limb for it. Like they're guiding it. So that's going to be fucking hysterical. I can't wait to display that. So, yeah. Just wanted to kind of touch up on that whole thing. I've been waiting forever to work with this and do that funny display, which will be done next year, because I did decide this year that I wasn't going to do my haunt, but keep an eye out. I promise you, it'll be worth it. So this guy does have only one audio track, so let's do a demonstration with the step pad. So there was a little pop at the end. So I like this guy. I got mine for $202, which was the wholesale price I was quoted. Now I know they kind of vary. I like it. I think it's super cool and super cute, because again, I fucking love rats and rodents. The build was super simple, like speedy, super easy build. A few things I want to mention about this guy, and even Barker didn't talk about, is the fact that they're kind of changing up the builds. So they're more towards old school animatronics, like Grimsley, where they have that metal spine, you know what I'm talking about? Where, well, since he's not going to go again, I can actually open it up and show you. They got these, right? I am so happy they brought these back. They shaped them so nice, and it's a lot easier to manage. And they don't warp, they don't like crack, they don't get screwed up. But I was very happy to see those make a comeback with both Mangey Rat and Carnival Barker. I don't know if anyone else has them, because those are the only two large scale props I got. Tricycle Clown doesn't really count. Another thing I really want to touch up on too is the boxes. I'm going to go to Tricycle Clown as an example. Dude, the boxes look so cool. I don't know when they started this particular style, but I really haven't paid attention up until now. Because when I got the Twitching Clown, I had the old print, not this new one. This new print looks so much nicer. It's more Halloweenish. I like the cool little skull border. I like it's more dark and blue colored with like the trees and the cemetery background. I dig it. I love it. Morris, keep up the good work with the cool box art. But yeah, that is Mangey Rat. Again, surprisingly, he's very short in person. He's like 5 feet, maybe even less. I don't know. I'm going to have to get my mom in here and have her stand next to it, because she's 5 foot even. But he's short to me, but I think it kind of makes him a little more cute and more kind of fun. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my short little Morris costume series. I have a couple of tabletops left to show you guys that I just haven't shared yet. They were going to be fillers till these guys came in, because they were supposed to come in at a later date, but they came in early. Like, literally, Morris Costumes, your shipping, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Fantastic. I was super impressed. But I have 2 tabletop items to showcase to you guys. So keep your eyes peeled. They are both gemmy. So, some cool gemmies in the channel. And I do have an upcoming custom animatronic to showcase that is almost done. But we'll talk about him later. Anyway, that is all from me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.